Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Retro Wrestling Revival. We've had some technical difficulties. We hope it's all figured out finally now, because it's been a frustrating couple of days. We've been trying to get some shows out, but hey, it's all good. I think we've beaten the technology bug here finally and got it all figured out. So, welcome to the show. I am John Wangland. Of course, joining me as always is Mr. Richie Reardon. Richie, what's up, my man?
What's up, man? Coming from you from the hot state of Arizona. We're at about 112 still tonight, man. It's still burning hot. So, hey, we got a great show, though. This is a double dose for y'all this week. You get Monday and Tuesday with us on the live Facebook group. So we're happy to be here. We've got a lot of stuff to go over tonight, a lot of news, a lot of breaking news in the wrestling world. And, of course, you know, who can forget, we got our fantasy booking. Tomorrow's a great show. It's going to be fun for the group. You know, we got our Mania fantasy booking, so we're going to have that. We got a great giveaway that I'm going to be giving to the group, and it's going to be fun, man. I'm really excited.
I am too. Everybody's been really stoked for the WrestleMania fantasy booking card. I keep getting messages from all the guys, and they're like, "My card's the best. My card. Well, you gotta hear this match. I got this match." I'm like, just save them for the show, because we are excited to do this tomorrow night. And as you said, there's a great giveaway for whoever the winner is tomorrow night. But we'll talk about that at the end of the show, because Jeremy had a great idea tonight, just to kind of remind everybody. And we were going to stream anyways tonight. We didn't get, unfortunately, last night with the weather. We didn't get a chance to tape our Sunday show we do for our non-wrestling show. So we were like, why not? Let's do it tonight. Let's have some fun. So
absolutely,
we're glad to see everybody here tonight who's going to join us, and definitely come out tomorrow night, because we're going to have a great time. Let's see who we got in the house already. Let's see who we got. We got Rand. It's Monday night. What's going on, Rand? How's it going, my buddy? Is it a new day? Yes, it is. And 3 points in, Oilers, 3 periods in, Oilers versus Panthers. What's the score of the game, man? Fill me in on the score of the game. Seth Rollins dresses up like Disco Inferno from the FA days and WCW. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's a goof, man. He's definitely a goof.
Great stipulation added to Rollins versus Priest at Money in the Bank. Priest wins. Rollins can't get a title match as long as the Priest is the champ. But if Rollins wins, then Priest leaves the Judgment Day. Interesting.
Oh, shit. That's going to be the... Oh, man.
Interesting. Jeremy says it's the day before the day. Hopefully everyone has their WrestleMania card put together. The creator, Jude, is here.
Jude the dude. Man. Yeah, man.
A massage from Rewind is the prize.
No.
Don't even get him started. It's Monday night. You know what that means. Derek, what's happening, my friend? Well, tomorrow night's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to talk
is.
about that in a little bit. But let's get into a little news. We're not going to go too long tonight, but we're hoping technology and the weather has given us enough of a break here tonight so we don't have any interruptions. So far, so good. We're looking. I'm crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
Did somebody say they needed a massage?
Oh, man.
Rewind is here.
He's
You
in the
ask
house.
and you shall receive. He's here.
Man.
He is
What's
here.
up, Rewind?
Oh, Florida's up 2-1 on Edmonton. Well, I'm hoping Edmonton takes those damn Panthers down for you guys.
Yep.
Well, let's get into a little news, though, for tonight to start. Triple H announced today that what's going on there, Mr. Jason, Mr. Rewind? Great to see you, man.
Hello,
Hopefully
brother.
everything's doing wonderful in the great state of Oregon for you tonight, my friend. Hopefully you had a great weekend. But Triple H, he announced this weekend, bro, that or not this weekend, he announced today, excuse me, that when WWE goes to Netflix, that the PG era of
It's
WWE is dead. It's done. It's
Thank
over.
God, can we put this horrible thing to bed, man? Like,
Thank you.
we can finally get back to business. We can finally start printing our money again. WWE going the way it should have a long, long time ago. And I'm happy for it, man. It's a new direction. It's definitely a new era under the Triple H regime. And we're seeing a lot of positives. This is something you and I have said since the Wrestling with Reality days. They needed to move back to the paying attention to the 18 to 45 demographic that brought them to the dance to begin with.
This is the type of stuff that'll make me watch it every week again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's got me back to the itch of wanting to watch wrestling again on Mondays. Just Triple H saying that. He's going to deliver in a big way. You know he will.
I'm not going to lie, man. After last week, I watched, because I had my free DirecTV sample for the week, and I watched most all of Monday Night Raw last week to see the Wyatt 6 stuff. And then I forgot about SmackDown. It was Friday night. I got done working kind of late, and maybe I got done about 8:10, 8:15, and Jeremy had sent me a message, and he's like, hey, dude, Paul Heyman and CM Punk are on right now. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to turn that on. I said, yeah, I got it for another day. I checked it out. And, man, that SmackDown, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, man, that was a hell of a card, bro. That was.
Do we know the stipulation on how it's going to air on Netflix? Like, is it going to be Monday night that it airs? It's
Monday night. It's going to be, I believe it's still sticking on Monday Night Raw. But
it's Hulu, it's like the day after usually. So
yeah, but it's going to be on Netflix, I believe, still on Monday night. I don't think they're changing anything on that. It's going down to 2 hours, too. So.
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
Such a positive move they're making here.
Yeah.
3 hours is just too much. Let's be honest.
Way too much. People don't have the attention span for that.
They don't have the attention span. They don't have, I mean, it's a hard thing to do, especially when you get off of work and you work all the hours that you do a day. And then you got to sit down and watch 3 hours of wrestling. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, it's way too much. Derek puts a good point up here. He says, we've seen little shades of the PG era all year. Absolutely. Now they can go all in on Netflix. Can't wait. Yeah, I think everybody is excited for that one and is just looking forward to it, especially people who've been wrestling fans like all of us forever. It's like the stuff that's going to draw us back in. Rewind says, yeah, me too. I haven't watched since the early 2000s. I'd be down for some fun and some kinky wrestling. Well, they might have some kinky wrestling on there again. We'll get some paddle on a pole matches or something like that. Yeah, Monday nights and PLEs on Saturdays. SmackDown's coming once the Fox deal is done. Nice. I mean, it's a smart move for them, bro.
It's such a great move. They, this whole thing of them having to appease these investors and stuff like that is just not good for business.
I hope it doesn't go to 3 hours for SmackDown on USA when they do that, Derek. But I can see them doing it for the time being, probably to appease whatever they're losing in the financial aspect of things for advertising potentially, but. I mean, with this Netflix deal, I mean, they're making money hand over fist.
It's a game changer.
It really is
a game changer for them.
I mean, there's no language restrictions anymore. There's, no blood restrictions or anything like that. When you don't, does anybody know if they're going to be advertising on it? I think it's ad free, but I'm pretty sure it's ad free since it's being on Netflix. But you guys tell me if I'm wrong on that or if you've heard different. But I like that it doesn't have ads to it, which means don't have, if that's the case and they don't have ads, they don't have to appease the advertisers with this like cookie cutter bullshit stuff, Right. I love it, man. I'm going to be watching it on a Monday night much more. I will be.
Monday night, I probably won't catch SmackDown too much, but Monday night I will definitely be tuning in.
SmackDown's a hard one to get, it's on a Friday night. I'm with you. It's a hard one for me. Once in a while, if I'm around or, home or not doing something, if I'm there, great. I'll definitely check it out. But, Friday nights can be difficult. If you have small kids, for a lot of people who have small kids, it's really easy for them to, because unfortunately, as me and you get stuck home with the kids sometimes. No, not stuck home. You're home with your kids most of the time. Yeah. And you'll have a much more free time to watch or things like that. Or some people are more of a homebody. Maybe they don't go out on a Friday night.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of wrestling on Fridays. I never have been. It's just me, but I get it and why they do it. And SmackDown's their money show right now. So it's going to be really interesting. Rewind says, I think Netflix is going to be a tier system, higher tiers, no commercials, but I could be wrong. I could definitely see that, kind of like what Hulu's done,
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't Netflix charged enough money and rates and raising it, recently?
I'm just praying that the content stays on Peacock so we can keep doing the watch longs, things like that. I hope they don't do any changes on that front. I don't think they are for the time being.
I think they're on Peacock till maybe 2026 or something like that.
That's good.
So, yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere off of that. I think next year in 2025 is their last year on Peacock, and a deal is done after that. So, I hope so. I hope.
It'd be sweet if they switch back to the WWE network as a whole. That would be great.
It's not a bad idea.
Outside of the country, you can still access it. You just can't get it in the States.
Well, I've heard that there's talks that Netflix might not even want the library too, which I think would be a complete foolish move to me. But
yeah,
that's just me. We're wrestling fans, so
right.
I think it's a perfect opportunity for them to bring more stuff over if Peacock doesn't, if that relationship changes. It's a perfect opportunity to do a roast WWE edition. I love that. I think it'd be awesome. WWE just retread the marked in WCWs. What's going on, Jason? How's it going, my friend? Jason? Great to see you as always. SmackDown should have the NXT spot live on a Tuesday night. I'm all for that, Derek. I like that. I always liked it when they used to be on Tuesdays or Thursdays.
I did too.
Yeah. Yeah, Jude says the same thing. He thinks they're contracted till the end of 2025. So at least we know we're going to get another year and a half or so of it.
Yeah.
So I hope it sticks around longer somewhere because, man, if the network goes away, there's so much old content that all of us is.
It's beautiful content too. I mean, we rewatch it all the time. I love it. I truly enjoy it.
Yeah. What's going on, Lawrence? How's it going, my friend?
Lawrence,
from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Rewind 89. I think Netflix is trying to get the live sports, WWE boxing, maybe MMA. I don't think they care about the library, just live events.
Can you imagine if the UFC moves over to Netflix as well because the TKO move and stuff like that? That would be a great deal.
Rewind makes a fantastic point because you can see they're trying to get in the game. Look, first thing they did was the Tom Brady roast where that was live. Then they're doing the Jake Paul stuff that they're planning on doing. I could definitely see them trying to move into that live sports aspect of things. Sure. Maybe get some boxing on there, some of the bigger cards like they're doing with Paul.
There's a lot of money generated in this stuff, so they're definitely going for the money grab.
Yeah, the ESPN deal is kind of like it's kind of a crook move that they do with ESPN because you got to pay for ESPN Plus and then you have to pay for the friggin' for the pay-per-views and stuff. I know you get them all. I don't. I'm too cheap. So
yeah,
I'm not getting them all, so I catch them all afterwards on clips and things like that. But yeah, the ESPN deal is kind of a thing to me because ESPN Plus to me just isn't worth it.
Right.
So if my name was John and I lived in New York, I'd be going to SmackDown at MSG on Friday night. Whew. Well, I live a little far away from the city, Jeremy. I live about 3 hours outside the city. I have to go near there for work all the time. I absolutely hate going into New York City unless I have to.
Yeah.
I probably have to
New York City is like LA and California. Like people that live there hate it. People that are tourists, they love it.
I go there all the time, right outside of it for work all the time. I was just there last month for a couple nights, actually. I fucking hate it, man. I just don't like it, man. I'm going in August for a weekend. Me and my daughter are going up for the Fanatics Fest that they're doing over there. Hulk Hogan's going to be there. My daughter's a huge Rhea Ripley fan. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go for the weekend. I'm gonna catch a Mets game while I'm there too. So, like, literally, you have to drag my ass into the city if it's outside of work. It's got to be something.
Hulk Hogan got you in there, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna cost me like $400 to get an autograph and a picture with him.
Okay, hey, that's something that you'll never forget, though.
I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. My daughter is like the huge Rhea Ripley fan. So as soon as I told her we were gonna go see Rhea Ripley, she's like, "Mommy," and she doesn't really like wrestling. That's the funny thing. Mommy. She just loves Rhea Ripley, and so Derek says, "I assume the library and the PLEs ends up on Netflix after the deal." Derek, I've heard them say before that the storage space on it and the conversion of it would be so expensive for them that they thought that they might not go about with it for that reason because there's such a high level of of time and energy that goes into putting that and converting it over to it, and they have to upgrade their systems even more at that point. So I've heard in the past that they might not do it for that reason.
What's crazy to me is the WWE Network had so much more content on it. They still haven't got all of that over there.
Yeah. What do you guys use in Australia? Because Lawrence says they don't get the WWE Network on there. They platform called Binge, which is like Binge, WWE in the States. Okay. Stephen A. Smith just told ESPN he wants $25 million a year. Can Netflix move in and pick him up for a live sports reporter?
I hope not.
I
don't like Stephen A. Smith.
I think he's 25 million. They offered him 18 million and he turned it down. Imagine getting an $18 million deal to be an announcer.
That guy just signed his death warrant there, so I don't think they're going to pick him up.
So with UFC on ESPN, when we see ESPN relaunch a wrestling promotion platform like the AWA, I don't think you ever will, Lawrence. They haven't wanted to get into it. They had an opportunity, with Disney. Disney owns ESPN, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so Disney had an opportunity to get in and then snatch it up. So
but they could have did it with AEW too, but they didn't.
It is a terrible app, the ESPN Plus app. Rewind. I agree with you. It's just sloppy, man. Like when you go in that thing, it's a hunk of shit in my book. But that's just me. I don't know what you probably use it more than I do for the stuff.
Yeah, I use it for the MMA pay-per-views. That's it. I literally don't watch anything else. They got some great biographies, like documentaries, stuff like that. But other than that, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, Jeremy, we'll talk about that at the end of the show too, because we got another fun announcement, something we're going to do in the fall for you guys. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show. We'll bring that up 100% after we get done breaking down and going over the rules once again for tomorrow. Lauren said, I had to go out to do laundry this morning. I hated it. So many people in Brisbane that it pisses me off with the city life, John. So I feel you. I live exactly where I live for a reason, Lawrence, because I like peace and quiet. I don't have a lot of neighbors. I got a nice stretch of land out where I live, and I love it. And I don't like anybody bothering me. I know you feel the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth. Now, I saw that clip, Rand, of Truth earlier. Absolutely hilarious. So can Canada East Link in the East with Bell? Is that what you guys watch on in Canada? Stephen A. Smith isn't worth a bag of dicks.
I agree with you, Jason. 100%. 100%. That guy is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, me too. Rewind says for UFC, but it still sucks. I have so many people that didn't make WrestleMania cards. It's crazy. So, yeah, we were talking about this too, Jude. There was some. Richie threw one at me, and I threw one right. Did I tell you one that didn't make it for me?
Yeah, you did. And I'll be honest with you. I'll give you guys a hint. It's it's the most talked about match probably in wrestling history that never happened. I didn't do the Undertaker and Sting because I think that's a cop out to put it on your card. If you guys did it, that's cool. I mean, it is an amazing match, and I wish it would happen and all that stuff. But I was trying to go outside
the box.
Yeah, and I think tomorrow you guys are going to be surprised with mine. There's one that I don't think anybody's going to do.
I think a lot of people are going to be outside the box tomorrow night on their cards, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk about that though once again at the end. Sure. Another topic for tonight is Shane O'Mac. We talked about this last week, and it took.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week, but it started heating up even more, and there was a lot of things that I saw in the news, but. There's this big rumor that he might really be headed to AEW.
It's more than just rumors now.
I find it interesting and intriguing.
Yeah.
We were the ones that said that Tony should bring in Bischoff and Hogan and Vince, not
McMahon.
Hogan. Yeah, Vince McMahon. I'll bring Hogan in, sure. I'd love it, but why not?
Still getting a McMahon.
Yeah, basically. We originally said bring in Vince and bring in Eric. Those are the ones to do it. I know he has a big beef with Eric, but imagine the rumblings that would happen with that. But Shane O'Mac is a great one, and I'll tell you why I think he's a great one, because he could be a great authority figure on the show if you wanted to do it, or they're doing this stupid elite gimmick, the stuff that's going on with the elite right now that is absolutely fucking tanking and has driven them down to 502,000 viewers last week.
Right.
And maybe Shane can actually inject a little bit of life into this storyline.
Well, there's that. He's a creative genius. I mean, he's been around the product for years. He was in the Attitude Era. He did a lot of great things in wrestling. So, and let's be honest, man, if you have Shane McMahon, you're going to have Vince McMahon in his ear, So, I know they're on bad terms, but damn well that they're still,
Vince is the one that canned him from the WWE after that Royal Rumble,
Yeah, very true. Very true. But it's an historic time in wrestling when a McMahon is on a different wrestling product. It
would be awesome.
It would be awesome. I would be tuning in for sure. You would definitely get my view back in AEW if you did that. So
Jude says, I think Shane comes in and Vince won't be far behind. It's a great way to stick it right to Stephanie, Triple H, the TKO board, and all that stuff.
But I don't know if you heard this, and I'm not trying to get off the topic at hand, but
No.
Ricochet came out and he leaked at the fact that Vince McMahon is still in control behind the scenes.
I did not see that at all.
Yeah.
I did not see that. I don't buy that at all.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Zero.
You don't think he has people in power still that still listen to him, or
he has zero clout there anymore. There's nothing. He's selling off all of his stocks. He's banned from the properties. He can't even step foot in WWE headquarters anymore.
Isn't that wild? Like,
it is wild, man. That's somebody
wrap your mind around that. Like, the guy that was responsible for creating the success of WWE, is literally blackballed forever.
Yeah, can't even get into the fucking WWE
They took
towers.
His cell phone. They took his access to the WWE tower. I mean, that is just wild to me.
Eric, what do you say? Eric Bischoff gave him some ID when COVID-19 was happening. Shane will probably work well with AEW, as he was great with the online. He was the pioneer of the WWE online. Yeah. AEW seems to have a big online market, so
I agree.
It would work well. Shane might put a team AEW together to take down the Elite, or could he be the one behind the Elite? You know,
could be maybe an NWO style deal where he's like the backer and the money guy, kind of like Billionaire Ted.
Well, aren't they doing a Blood and Guts thing coming up here, or some type of big war game style thing that they do that is potentially coming up soon? And they need a mystery man. I know there's, of course, probably not going to be Shane, but wouldn't it be interesting if Shane had at some point got involved in that, or even came in after and kind of cost him the match? I mean, this is an opportunity for Tony. If Tony wants the real ratings right here, this is the way to do it.
This is the way to go about it.
Yeah. If this is true, it's fucking sad. I mean, Shane is not talked or has a relationship with his family. He's just doing it out of spite. It's really sad to see what happened between that family and how this freaking business has broken them all apart. From what it seems, Linda lives her own life. Vince lives his own life. Stephanie and Triple H are doing theirs. Shane is off doing his thing and is not even a part of it anymore. It's really sad, man.
It is sad. It's really sad because, my picture of the whole thing on what, kind of in the future foretelling this is I always pictured Shane McMahon taking the reins, and actually being owner. I mean, who else was primed for it? I mean, you had Stephanie McMahon, which is fine, but, I always thought Vince McMahon would hand it down to his son because that's what happened with him. So it's kind of off the wall that we're seeing all the moves that we're seeing, and Triple H is getting the reins now. It's
I never thought that Shane would be the one. I always thought it was going to be Stephanie and Triple H, to be honest with you, because it always seemed like there was something off in the relationship with Vince and Shane in real life, not storyline wise, but it just
he's more of a mama's boy. It seems like he loves his mother more.
No, to me it seems a lot like he's actually really his own type of guy and has different ventures he likes to do. He has different business ideas and things like that. I mean, shit, at one point he wanted to buy the UFC.
Yeah, he did.
And Vince laughed at it. Now look who owns it, the people that own the UFC.
And look how much the UFC's fucking worth.
Yeah, seriously. Jude says, but I think this goes the way of WCW versus WWE. Tony does what Turner does and spends a shit ton of money and tanks his own creation.
He's doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He's already kind of doing that one. So
yeah, they're saying that for the amount that he's paying for Mercedes Moné, he's going to have to start making cuts somewhere. So
if Vince would have let him, if Vince let him, would have loved to have seen WWE do the Shane idea for making the WCW, ECW a completely online marketing, tapping into the IWC.
Yeah, for sure.
Shane was first on a lot of that stuff with his ideas.
Yeah.
John, this may make you laugh. I pissed off a wrestling personality today. Not sure if you relate.
I'm pretty sure we could relate. Can you say?
Yeah, just a little bit.
We've had our fair share of that.
There's been a few.
Disco Inferno, Vince Russo, Conan.
I had Nick Gage cut a promo on me once.
Nick Gage
cut a fucking promo on me. So, hey, love it.
Yeah.
I challenged Nick to a death match.
Vampiro, we pissed Vampiro off.
Who'd you piss off, Lawrence? It's always fun to piss people off sometimes. Do you think Linda's single and ready to mingle? Do you think she likes garbage men? Rewind. She might just very well be your style, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's definitely not a cougar in cougar material anymore, but she's way above that. She's in granny material, but she's got a shit ton of money. So
yeah,
there you go.
That might be your thing.
Who the hell is Randy Hales? I don't even know who that is, Lawrence. Who is he?
Is that like an indie star?
I don't know. Randy Hales. I never heard of him. Fill me in. I want to know who that is.
Garbage Men with soft hand. What did that say?
Rewind. Vince was on WCW twice and on MCW back in the 90s and 80s. Yep. Greed and corruption can destroy family and business. Yeah. Shane had a Vince ego without the wrestling brain. Good points.
Very true.
Yep. Vince took it from Vince Sr. He got it for $1 million. Wow. Garbage men with soft hands and a warm heart, buddy. There we go.
That's why we love him.
Did you see the promo Bo did tonight? I have not seen it yet, Jason.
No, I want to go see that for sure.
Yeah, I'll check it out after on YouTube for sure. I just caught a few clips. I saw them. McAfee didn't show up on the show tonight, and
that's pretty cool.
They're kind of teasing it that something happened to him, and then they came out and scared the crap out of Chad Gable once again. So I always nice. That too. And I mean, Chad miraculously recovered from being murdered. So
right,
But
did they ever say if they actually killed them or not? Like
no,
okay.
No, they haven't said anything. I mean, Chad, he really rises from the dead. I mean, bullet holes.
He got rid of the ketchup on his head. That's good. Somebody must have.
He won his Money in the Bank qualifier tonight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, you come back from being dead one week, and there you go.
Yeah.
Jude says you got to watch it. Epic promo from Bo, and Jeremy says it was amazing. Randy Hales ran Power Pro, which was a developmental territory for the WWF back in the day. He had a background with USWA, CWA, Jerry Lawler, Jerry Jarrett, Memphis. So what did you do to piss him off?
Oh,
man, I like to hear this. Bo Dallas just gave the promo his life, stole the show with Bo.
We're going to have to watch that. You guys are getting me pumped up for it.
Bro, everybody, all of you guys are giving this. I think that's like 5 or 6 right now that have just given this as like this awesome promo. So, man, I definitely can't wait to see this after. Brian Pillman pulled a gun on Austin, but yes, he did.
That was one of my favorite moments. It was very cool.
Pillman's got a gun. Yep. And then, Austin definitely did his part in that one. I'll just say that. Pillman stole the show on that, though.
Yeah, they tried to recreate it with Randy Orton and Triple H later on, but it wasn't as cool.
No. It wasn't as cool. So Melanie Pillman was screaming in it and everything like that. Yeah. They cut off the cameras, and everybody thinks there was really an incident.
Dude, people were calling 911. Yeah,
they're calling the freaking cops with everything. But
it's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah. So make a prediction. Does Shane go or does he not go to AEW?
I think he shows up. I think he makes an appearance. I don't think it's going to be for the long term. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Man, it's hard to say. Because it's all rumors and innuendo, stuff like that. But would I like to see it? Absolutely. I think it would shake up the business. I think it would light a fire under WWE's ass even further and spook them a little bit because let's be honest, Shane's a big part of what WWE has been for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So, and he's very smart. He's got a great mind for the business. And who knows, man, maybe he's got a fire lit under his ass with all this stuff that's happened to his dad and the power that's been taken away from the McMahon family. Maybe he's got an urge to compete with Triple H and show him that he should have been the one to run the show the whole time.
So what do you guys think? Let me hear what you guys think. Is he going or is he not going? So let us know what you guys think.
I'm going to say going. What are you going to say? Final answer.
I'm going to say he's going too. I'm going to say Tony is not going to sell this right now. He's not going to play his hand at this moment. Tony, seeing 502,000 viewers last week, is not going to throw this out on social media or anything. Well. No. That ain't sitting well with anybody, especially with the Warner Brothers.
Especially with Tony's dad.
I mean, Tony puts everything into this, He puts everything into this. But he's also a businessman, and if he's smart, he's not selling that he's a little panicking right now. And
AEW's bleeding out, man. They got to make a choice now. But is Shane McMahon the Vince Russo moment too? You got to understand.
Yeah.
Is it the kiss of death of having Vince Russo come in in the 2000s at WCW?
It could be. You never know. I don't think it will be though. I think if they do it right, they really, really, really need to turn this around. They have tried everything they could. They have brought in every professional.
Track record though, they haven't really done it right.
No,
ever.
They've been going. They're not just brand new anymore. They've been going for 5 years now. So they have to make some drastic moves, and it ain't going to be bringing in another indie star, or somebody from New Japan or CMLL. He needs to get rid of this Forbidden Door crap, that he's been doing, and bring something in that actually might really get people buzzing for a while.
Right. And stay on track with stuff. Like that's the one thing with AEW that kind of confuses me. They got all these shows now. All of them are on different points and storylines and stuff like that. And it's hard to fucking keep up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's got to have a solid vision there and stick to it. This crap of going back and forth with shit, it's too much to keep track of.
Yeah, and the elite is not doing shit for them, so they need to do
No.
something with this angle if they're going to make it work, because they're just not doing it. Let me just get to a few here. If they keep him out of the ring, it'd be okay. If he gets in the ring, it's not good for AEW. If Shane goes to AEW, it'll get
He
the
should
pop.
not be a wrestler going over there.
No, he's too old. I mean, he tore his quad doing a fucking leapfrog the last time. So
he does not belong in the ring. I'm sorry.
if Derek says if Shane goes to AEW, then it'll get a pop on night one, but not move the needle like everyone else that goes. Very good point too. Could definitely happen. Douglas or Hurricane. Shane's going to AEW. Jeremy says. Jude says compete with WWE. They can't compete with the NBA Finals.
I know, it's so bad.
And the ratings for the NBA Finals were their lowest in years. Yep. Shane goes to AEW. It'll boost the ratings at first, but what happens after that? Good point.
What happens after that? That's the point.
Oh, Florida won. They didn't do the ultimate choke job at Ran, huh? Oof. Well, Edmonton battled back in that one, so good for Edmonton at least. But hey, is that Florida's first Stanley Cup? I think it is, right? You can't bring in a former WWE guy. He must start building his own stars. I don't think he knows how to. Yeah.
I don't think he knows how to either. I mean, he did in the beginning, but that's when you had Cody Rhodes there. You know, Cody Rhodes was kind of the vision. And once Cody Rhodes left, the vision left.
Agreed. Yeah, I really agree. Loran said I made a comment that he should book the current WWE product as it sucks. He argued with me that he disagrees. He said it's drawing the best it has ever been. I argued it is the resources it has access to now, like better advertising, not the current product drawing. I argued the current product is average or below. He argues he knows more than I do. He has experience. I know nothing. He is right. Yes, because everybody knows Randy Hales.
Yeah, I didn't even know who the fuck that was.
Yeah, seriously. Jody Moncrief, what's going on, Jody? Jody says AEW.
Oh God, Jody, I don't know about that.
I'm the biggest Hogan mark in the world, Jody, and I don't want to see him go. I mean,
they're still recovering from that shit.
They never recovered.
They never recovered.
And Hogan's my goat here, so
yeah.
Braun's out chasing JD. Hopefully, he puts him through the barrier. I would say that. So, only thing that works on AEW is Samoa Joe and Hook stuff, groundbreaking stuff. The ratings go up 3 points when Hook faces pop up on the screen.
I'm glad you're a fan of Hook because I don't think many people are.
Send in the Hook. Send him in. All right, final topic before we break down the rules of this WrestleMania card. SmackDown last week. Boy, Paul Heyman and CM Punk on this one. Did you see the promo with them in the ring?
I didn't get to see it, man. Was it really good?
Oh, bro, this was amazing. Paul Heyman is one of the GOATs on the mic. You know, many people think he's the greatest mic man. I'm not arguing that. You know, I think, definitely one of them.
Top 5 for sure.
What he delivered in this promo with Punk was so cool. It was so real. Paul was just playing this angle up so good and really selling this stuff that he's basically getting bullied by the the Bloodline, that they're he's not liking what they're doing. And then he asked CM Punk to leave, and CM Punk kind of is like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Of course, the Bloodline comes out to try to take him out. Cody ends up coming out to help him, sets up the match with Solo at the end of the show. And I knew something was going to happen here. I just didn't know what it was going to be. And they get about a minute into the match, and then boom, out comes the Bloodline. Then out comes Randy Orton, KO, to try to help Cody. And out of nowhere, the monster, Jacob Fatu, comes out and absolutely destroys everybody in his path, man. I've been saying it about this guy for a long time. Yeah. He's realistic. He's a
bad dude. He's a convicted felon too.
Yes, sir. He can't travel over internationally, dude. I guess. So
he is a bad boy.
I wouldn't want to fuck with the guy. No. He looks in better shape than I've seen him in years. Yeah. I mean, he's still a bigger guy that isn't like your ripped, chiseled physique, but he looks in a lot better shape. What a debut this guy had, destroying everybody. Right. And now they got a fourth man to add to this new faction with Solo, with Tamatanga and what's his name? Tamaloa.
I got to be honest, man. I didn't believe in Solo to take the reins a little bit after Roman Reigns kind of went off in his hiatus and stuff like that. But, it seems to be a good fit right now.
Yeah. I'm going with you, Lawrence. I don't think he has a right to say shit. Everybody has a right to an opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to an opinion.
I
Just
think you
'cause
made
you're
a fair point. Absolutely.
and just because you're a fan doesn't mean you don't have a right to an opinion.
WWE is not drawing the amount of people every week watching this product like it used to. Let's be honest. It may be making the most money it ever has, but people aren't watching like they used to.
Jesus, Finn and JD just won the titles from The Miz and R-Truth. Interesting. JD won it for him with help from Liv.
Well,
Finn and
maybe
JD
we'll get R-Truth in the Mania main event. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's fucking awful, Jason. I agree with you on that. What a shit job on that. But yeah, I don't like Solo. I'm not a fan of him in any way, but I'm waiting to see Roman Reigns kick the absolute shit out of him.
Yeah,
and
that's going to be the
fans
big
are
payoff.
too. And he made a very awesome point on SmackDown, and his delivery on this was that he said, he says the tribal chief is not coming back. So, Paul Heyman had this crazy, like, shocked look on his face and all that stuff. So I can't wait to see till Roman comes back. I think ultimately where they go is kind of where we were talking about a couple months ago on this was I think you're going to get Solo, Tama, and Loa. If I botch their names, I'm sorry, and Jacob Fatu in a War Game style match, and it's going to be, I think, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and another fourth man. A lot of people think it might be Sami Zayn. I hope not. I want to
see The Rock.
You know who I want to see for the fourth man role? There's two guys that
Cody. You want Cody to do it?
Nope. He's one that it could be, but the one that I really want to do it, take a guess.
Shit, I couldn't even take a guess.
Brock Lesnar.
Do we really want him to come back and be put into another huge? I just want to see him do Gunther and ride off in the sunset. Like that's all I want to see Brock do.
Imagine him and Jacob Fatu going at it with one another, like two beasts in the ring. I would
be cool, but like, how do you book it then? Do you have them go over and just steamroll him because you got Brock in there? Like, how do you book that?
Jude, are you being serious? Is really R-Truth the sixth member? I didn't see this. Is this really serious, or are you fucking with me?
Dude, if he's the sixth member, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
That would be fucking tremendous. Tua Tonga Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua. Spit on that thing.
I want to see Brock come in because I think it would be a great moment because of the big feud that he had with Roman through the years and kind of being that fourth guy to back him up. I think realistically, though, it's going to be either Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes. But to me, I want to see Brock get in there a little bit. Get Gunther down the road when Gunther wins that title.
What about Jimmy and Jay? I mean,
Jay got taken out by Solo, and he hasn't been seen since. They'll find a way to kind of tie this in. Jude says it's about as serious as Taz being the seventh member.
Oh man,
I was about to say if you're being serious, I was like that would be a hell of a swerve they just pulled on us with that.
Right,
but. I don't know. I really want to see something good done with this, which I think it ultimately is going to set up, of course, with The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I do too. That should be the payoff that we deserve too.
What do you think they're going with here? What do you think they're going to be doing with this Bloodline stuff? You think they're going to ultimately, continue this on until 41 with The Rock being the tribal chief on one side, Roman being one on his? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's what they're setting it up for. But honestly, too, I believe that Cody Rhodes and The Rock still have unfinished business. So I don't know how that's going to play into an effect either. Those two still have to have a match. They still talked about it, the Mama Rhodes shit and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like they still have to finish all that. So I don't know if they're going to do that earlier in the year or if they're going to save that for Mania. I'm hoping because all I want to see is The Rock versus Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do the Cody Rhodes shit anymore, finishing his stupid ass story and all this shit. Like, let's move on. Let's do what should have happened this previous year. Do The Rock versus Roman Reigns, and I think that'll be a great story the way they're telling it.
I think it's inevitable that's going to be the main event at 41. To me, I don't even touch this on any of the other minor cards with these guys. Get the payoff, make them wait. Get the payoff and make it wait. You got to.
Yep.
You build it up to the biggest stage ever. I mean, they're going to throw everything at Las Vegas, of course. They do with anything,
Absolutely.
With it anyway. So it really is. I just don't want to see them convoluting this Bloodline storyline anymore because they're really kind of twisting it up in a lot of ways, in some ways. And I mean, it's all hopefully going to be part of the end game of the story, where they not Cody's story, but this story of the Bloodline, the story. But I don't know. Jude says it's getting muddy with the storylines with the Bloodline. There you go. Another one says it. Where do you go with all the potential stories? There's so much they can book out of this, but it's kind of like ADHD booking a little bit. Right. Where's it going to go? There's too many different what ifs on it.
And you got to take the proper steps. You can really fuck this up really quick too if you make the wrong choices.
The Bloodline, the High Chief versus the Bloodline head of the table, then Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
Definitely could be a priority for sure. Jeremy wants the fourth member to be Rollins.
Could be a good one. That might actually be what they go with.
Talk about a guy that earned it after his performance at WrestleMania this year.
Meniscus.
Yeah. Torn MCL too.
MCL as well, yeah.
Yeah, torn MCL too. So Rollins, I've never been a huge fan of him in any way, but
he earned my respect, dude. But
he earned a ton of mine for that. Do I like his gimmick all the time? No. But man, I got a ton of respect for that dude. He's got some he's got balls of steel to do what he does.
He does.
From somebody that's had knee injuries for the last 18 years and massive ones. Let me tell you one thing: a torn MCL is no fun. Torn it twice, so it's no fun. Yeah. I don't know how he was doing what he was doing in there.
Yep.
Tough dude, man. Rollins will be busy dealing with the Wyatt 6 on Monday.
Could be.
They also talked about the Wyatt 6 maybe going after the Bloodline already.
That would be cool. I don't want them to rush that, but that would be cool.
I want to see.
I'd rather them go against Judgment Day, to be honest with you. Judgment
Day's kind of got corny, you know?
Yeah.
They've kind of got corny to me in a little bit now. And I like Finn, but to me, I want to see Finn as the demon or Finn as a babyface. JD McDonough fucking sucks. Yeah, Dom is the man, and Dom is just printing money right now in so many ways.
Priest is garbage. I'm sorry.
He's garbage to me. Garbage. And that JD kid sucks. Mommy's the best, as we all love to talk about. Mommy. Yep. Did you see Dom's new shirt? That Daniel sent it to me today. Dom's got a new shirt on WWE with his mullet and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the description on it is just absolutely tremendous. This is the description that they wrote up. I'll read it to you. It's hilarious. So it's the Dirty Dom shirt, and this is the description that they wrote. One sec. I don't get it. Too much shit on here. Let me find it. Here we go. It says Dominic Mysterio. This is the description from WWE Shop. Dominic Mysterio is quite the ladies' man. First it was Rhea Ripley, then it was the lovely Liv Morgan. As evidenced by his treatment of his legendary father, Dominic Mysterio is quite a despicable human being, so the only logical explanation is that he's a snappy dresser. If you feel like channeling some of that machismo, then try on this Dirty Dom mullet t-shirt. A comfortable fit and a flashy design make the Superstar T a winning combo for anyone who walks among the Legion of the Judgment Day.
Formal in the front, party in the back.
Yes. Love it. I might have to order one of those too.
Heck yeah, dude. Dom's the man.
I'm all about respect too, Lawrence. If somebody's going to be disrespectful to fans out there, then I say fuck them. That's my opinion.
Glacier.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Judgment Day split up, becomes Judgment Day and a night. That will be a SmackDown show in 2 weeks when the Wyatt show up. Liking the Liv Morgan, Dirty Dom, Rhea triangles. Probably one of the most interesting things they got on the show right now.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Any other news topics that you can think of offhand?
That's all I can think of right now, man. Those were pretty big ones. I mean, the Shane McMahon thing, I'm really excited about. I hope it comes to fruition. I think it would shake up the wrestling industry for sure.
Yep. Best comment on Raw tonight. Vegas says to Liv, you're too busy chasing Dirty D.
Oh my God.
Rewind says, I think Dom is bringing the old school fans back. Dom gets arrested, the mommy thing, and Liv is great. I agree. Rewind's this is the only time I've ever been in. Baby. What was that?
I said Rewind's coming back to wrestling. Hell yeah.
Well, he's coming out at all the shows joining us here. We're talking this up. Rewind is a man of good taste, I think, so
yeah, absolutely.
He is. He gives very good massages too. That I know you're thinking
about. Those. I'm really good on them.
He's got very soft hands. He likes Linda McMahon and is figuring, and she might be worth the chase. She might be worth the chase. Yeah. So, well, that'll wrap us up on the news part for tonight.
You need Jesus Rewind. I'm just going to recommend.
Dom versus Hook at WrestleMania 41.
Yeah, right.
Christ, no. Send him in. Send in the Hook. Well, tomorrow night we're going to be doing the awesome WrestleMania fantasy booking that Jude came up with. He came up with this great idea. So I want to bring out the rules and the stipulations really quick for tomorrow, just so we make sure that everybody kind of knows what to do for it.
Are you and I going to be in the vote? Not in the voting for the award, but me versus you for the overall vote? And then do the vote for whoever the best watchers, or how are we doing that?
All right. So hold on. Let me get to a couple of these. It is the Retro Wrestling Show, and I'm an old school fan with soft fan. I think you meant soft hands. Yeah. Yeah, Indianapolis is getting that double, triple dose of everything. They're getting a Rumble, a WrestleMania, and a SummerSlam all over the years. My dad's name is Jesus. Does that count?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There you go.
So here's the rules. All right. So Jude came up with these great rules for this and this great idea. So all credit goes to Jude on this. 100%.
Absolutely.
This is his pick. So nobody's going to expect some of my matches. Bring it on. All right. I can't wait. All right. So Jude's rules. Jude, type in if I'm wrong here in any of this, but it's 6 matches on a Saturday, 6 matches on a Sunday. So we're going to do a 2-night Fantasy WrestleMania for tomorrow night. So whatever matches you want on each night, but you got to have 6 matches. It could be stars from any era, any promotion. There's no titles if you don't want them. If you want to book it as a title match, great, whatever. But, you don't have to book a certain titles. You don't have to book women if you don't want to. You don't have to book men if you don't want to. It's your card to pick whatever it is that you want.
From any time frame, right?
Any time frame. You can have stipulation matches if you want to. You can come up with whatever it is that you want to do for this card, but you got to have 6 on one night, 6 on the others. That's day 1 and day 2. And how are we going to decide the winner? You can't vote for yourself. So Richie and I are out of this for you guys. Okay, right. So I'll take that part for now. Richie and I are not included on this. We are going to give our cards, and we're going to talk about it, but I'll get to that in a second. But you guys are all, for your cards, are the ones that are going to have the option to win. You can't vote for yourself at the end, and whoever gets the most votes from everybody listening for the card is going to be the winner, and they're going to win a great prize that Richie has set aside specially for them. I think you guys are going to really pop on this. I really, really, really think you're going to pop for this.
Absolutely.
They're going to love it. I think it's a top 10. I think it's a top 10 level surprise for them. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Richie and I are going to battle against each other, and you guys are going to decide who our card is, because we can't decide on any of this. So you guys are going to make the choice. Do you like Richie's card? Do you like my card? You guys are going to get to pick for us. No prizes for us, because our prize is coming out every week here with everybody.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
We have Eric Bischoff here, apparently.
Eric Bischoff, welcome to the show.
All you have to do. What's up, Easy?
Taz, remember when?
What's going on in Cody, Wyoming, I guess.
Yeah.
So you guys will choose for Richie and I who's going to be the winner of this one. I think I'm going to kick your ass. I'm just going to call it out right now.
That's fine. I'm humble. That's fine. We'll see. I'll let my matches talk for themselves, Johnny. I don't have to talk shit.
We got to do a little smack talk for this too.
That's fine.
Fine.
I'll do my smacking with my matches.
Woo! The loser gets a massage from Rewind.
Oh, you can keep that skull, baby. I don't want it.
Jesus, man.
Good Lord.
Oh, God. We are excited too, Lawrence. This was just a great idea. Eric Bischoff. Woot, woot.
Woot, woot.
Where's Big Papa Pump Freakzilla that came by for a few weeks? He hasn't been by in a while.
Let me ask you this, John.
All right.
Is Bobby Walker on your card?
I can't give any spoilers.
Oh.
Can't give any spoilers. Maybe Bobby does.
Maybe Bobby does.
Maybe I found him, and maybe he comes out of retirement tomorrow night.
Maybe he has his own wrestling card that he'll present to the show too.
He might. Or not too humble to get a soft massage, Richie.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This guy pops me every time when he messes with you, bro.
I know.
Every time when he messes with you. It makes my day. Just going to throw that out there. I love it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's going to be a good one. Maybe. How do you recover from that one right there?
Dude.
You don't. You just don't. It could very well, though. Maybe we will have a hard work Bobby Walker appearance on the show. Bobby Walker versus The Rock. I like that.
The People's Champ versus the People's Champ, man.
Jeremy says, I absolutely hate to lose. I'm swinging for the fence tomorrow. I think we all hate
every single one of you. I really am. I hope all of you surprise the hell out of me. I'm sure you will with the creativity and stuff. I definitely tried to go crazy with it, so I hope you guys did too.
Wonder if Rewind's match is his massage versus Richie Strong Will. Is Bo leave? All right. Okay.
All right.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but okay.
Yeah.
Taz is scary of the big puppy pump off. He might be.
Big puppy. I don't know. Wait, I can't even say that.
I think he was going to say the big papa pump off.
Okay.
Yeah, the big papa pump off.
Sounds like a bad Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, well. Also, a little closing thoughts here. Jeremy mentioned earlier, So we came up with an idea, and how many of you guys are football fans out there? So Jeremy is going to be our honorary commissioner this time of the year. Dyslexic problems, but it doesn't affect my massage, Richie.
That's okay. You can still keep those.
Jeremy, you want me to go with it right now? I'm gonna bring out our announcement stuff right here. So we decided in the fall time. Here we go. It's ready for it. Fall time. We want to do a little fantasy football league because everybody is fantasy. Pretty much everybody's football fans in some way. Maybe some watch it more than the others. I don't know. A lot of people love fantasy.
I'm like rewind on this. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Kind of gave up on it as of late, but I'll get back into it for the show's sake. I'll do it if everybody participates.
Yep. So what we're gonna do is we haven't decided the exact amount of teams yet. I've already selected a commissioner for the league, and our commissioner is Jeremy. So Jeremy's going to be the commissioner. He's going to run the draft. He's going to run all the setup for everything. So we get a fair and unbiased judge. I can't run our own because I want to have somebody else doing it. Jeremy's the right one to do it. Jeremy's a big fantasy guy too. It's going to be through Yahoo Fantasy app that we use for, lots of people use it. I use it for fantasy baseball and football too in the past. But Jeremy's going to be our commissioner of the league. We'd like to do between 8 and 12 teams. If we get a lot of people that want to do it, we can do up to 16. So we'll make that call later on. But if you guys are interested in playing in it, just let us know, because what we want to do is, Richie, you ever seen the show The League?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's an FX show. It's about fantasy football, and the show is so fucking funny. And every year, this group of guys and girls play fantasy football. It's like makes up their life, and they do these wild and crazy things with it. But they have a prize at the end of the season, and they call it the Shiva, and it's like this basic like kind of like a trophy to this girl that they liked and things like that, and they carry it around for the year.
Going to be a Taz statue.
Jude says he'd love to humble us in fantasy football.
Oh boy, the Iron Sheik is coming out of the Jude right now.
Man, he's coming out everywhere. I don't know a heap about fantasy football, but it could be fun, and so keen. And what we're going to do is we're going to do, like, for the first year, we're going to keep this going every year. So it's going to be a reoccurring thing every year. If you guys are interested in joining us, just let us know. And when we get a little bit closer, and then we'll get you invited to the league, Jeremy will take care of all the invitations for it. He'll take care of everything. So Jeremy says it's a 10-team league right now at the moment. Super flex, which means you get 2 QBs if you want them. He has it set as the first Sunday in September will be the draft. Just send Jeremy a private message, and then he'll get you set up with the link. So Jeremy's already on top of it. It's got it all set up. Never watched a football game a day in my life, but it sounds fun for you guys. Good luck. Well, thank you, Rewind.
Right, absolutely.
So, Jeremy, could we bump it up in teams if more to, it's just a 10 at the moment. So we can bump it up to 16, I think it is, if we want to, but we'll see where it goes from there. So if you guys are interested, send Jeremy a private message, and Jeremy will get you set up in a league. So the winner is going to get a prize at the end of it that they're going to hold on till the next season and all throughout the next season. So first season only, we'll do a $15 or $20 buy-in for the year. And what that's going to do is it's going to create a belt for the league. Since we're all wrestling fans here on the show, we're going to make a custom belt for the fantasy league, and the winner at the end of the first season is going to be able to carry it and have it and keep it in their possession for the next year. So
I don't know if you have a customized belt guy, but I do. That made ours. So yep. I don't know if okay.
Let's do it, Rich. We'll definitely get in touch with him because he did some awesome work.
We did our Wrestling with Reality belt, and it was very cool.
So. Yeah, he does some really good
work.
Matter
of fact, I can show you. You want me to show you guys real quick?
Yeah, bring it out.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, bring it out. So for anybody that wants to join, it's going to be $15 to $20 that we're looking at. We're gonna scout the price of it out afterwards, and we'll set it all up, and then we'll get it taken care of on whoever we decide to make it. We'll get everybody's opinions from the group when we're doing the fantasy football league that you guys can help pick your designs if you want to. We'll all get input in on it, and that $15 or $20 will go into creating the belt. So here's a sample of one of the belts that this guy made. Look how nice that one is. Dude, that's a beauty, man.
Yeah. See, it's based off the old NWA tag team title, and it had our Reality Check Network logo on it and everything.
How much did he charge to do that one?
It was about $300.
So we can make this happen easy, folks. And it's going to, like I said, probably only be a $15 or $20 contribution. And when we get it made, we'll show the receipt to show everybody that it got paid for. And if we have any money left over, we'll just throw it in for a pool at the end of the year for whoever gets it, if there's any money left over after it. So $15, $20, I think, should cover it for everybody. We'll get it all made up nice for the league, and it'll be yours for the entire year till the next season, till the end of the next season, whoever wins it. So hopefully you guys can or definitely want to get involved. Even if you don't know much about football and you want to join and have some fun with us, absolutely. Yep, it's American football, Lawrence, 100%. So if you guys are interested, send Jeremy a private message, or you can send us a message on the show, and I'll get you in touch with Jeremy. And like you said, first weekend of September, we're going to do it for the draft. So be a real good time. We're just looking to have some fun bonding with everybody, and I think it should be a lot of fun. So
absolutely.
That's a good looking belt. You guys should do a room tour of all your cool stuff.
Oh man, you ain't got the time, Rewind. You ain't got the time, baby.
You still have like a fucking garage full of stuff.
Oh my God, it's bad, dude. It's real bad.
Yeah. I got Jesus.
I don't have a third of what I used to have. John will tell you. I used to have the craziest wrestling collection on planet Earth, but I still have some really great shit. Like I got Austin's knee brace that he wore when he was the Sheriff Austin, and Zack Ryder's ring jacket when he won his first U.S. title and stuff like that. So I got some really cool stuff, but
yeah,
we'll have to show you guys sometime.
Yeah, definitely. I got rid of most of my figures. I just didn't have the room anymore, but I got tons of cool posters. My favorite poster that I have, or 8x10 that I have autographed, is I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I actually love The Walking Dead so much that I named my dog after Daryl. Yep. So that's how much I love Daryl Dixon. So I have an autographed Rick and Daryl Dixon. I got some cool stuff that a couple of friends got made for me. One from Eric Bischoff. I'll show it another time. I got this awesome Survivor Series poster with everybody from that year, pretty much everybody that was in the main card on that. So cool stuff. We'll show it definitely another night. Yeah. We got a
great idea, everyone. We'll definitely make that a show.
Yeah, you got a cool skate collection. I saw some of your boards.
That Bam Margera one was my favorite.
Yeah, cool shit. If you're new to fantasy football and need notes, to go to YouTube and subscribe to Big Dog's Gotta Eat. He gets a ton of tips. Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Jude, we're planning on going as long as Richie gets home in time tomorrow night, about 9:15.
Oh, I'm making it a priority there. Don't worry. We're gonna.
All right. So let's shoot for a start time tomorrow night of 9:15 for everybody. So 9:15, we'll shoot Eastern time at least.
Yeah.
So we'll shoot for 9:15 to 9:30 at the latest. Eastern time is when we'll start tomorrow night. We're going to probably do it for 2 hours. We're going to use it for all the radio shows for the weekend. So we're going to use that for the radio as well for the weekend. We're just going to space that out. It's going to be a whole night, because if you guys want to come on and join, you can also come on the stream. We're going to post the link. You can give it out on air, or you can type them in tomorrow night. Don't spoil anything now. Wait till later.
One rule from me: if you do win the autograph, you do have to come on the following week that you receive it in the mail, and you do have to reveal what the autograph is.
I think we show at the end tomorrow night what it is, or do you want to wait?
No. I want the person that gets it to reveal it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's a perfect one.
Yeah.
That's a perfect one. So you don't want him to open it when you send it to him?
No. Well, yeah. Open it when I send it to you. That's all fine and dandy. But
present it on the show.
Present it on the show when we go into overdrive.
All right. Fair enough. I think that's very fair. All right. I like that. It'll be a good surprise for everybody.
And you can't message anybody in a group beforehand and tell them.
Yeah. Mum's the word on it.
Mum's the word.
How you want to line it up to do a certain order for everyone's card tomorrow. So what we'll do is we'll do first come, first serve tomorrow night. That way I don't give anybody an unfair advantage. So if you're calling in, I get to see in the backstage area who comes in first, second, and third, fourth, whatever it is, if you're going to come on camera. And if you're not doing it on camera, if you want to type in your suggestions or your picks when they come up, we'll say put them in there at this time, and then we'll talk about them on there too. So we'll bring them up. But it'd be nice to basically really get everybody on stream if you want to get on stream. But if you don't, we understand too. So no particular order, but it's going to be first come, first serve tomorrow night. Is how we're going to break it down. So we'll do our best to not have bad language, especially because it's on the radio. But we'll do our best. But I think we let some slip, a little bit from time to time. This will actually air later on the radio. This show when Richie's on vacation. This show right here. So if we had any bombs here tonight, guys, I'm sorry for those listening to this in the future. So we'll have to work it out. 9:30 Eastern time. What's your time right now in Australia, Lawrence? I don't know the exact time that you guys have in Australia. Rewind says open the box on the show. Rewind, if you win, you definitely
open it on the box.
We're gonna tell you hold it to the show if you want to. You guys' choice if you want to wait or not. But Rewind is a guarantee. 1:24, so 1:24 p.m. So Jesus,
damn,
Man, you guys are way far ahead of us. I knew you were far ahead, but I didn't realize that much. Wow. Yeah, so that would be, I guess, you guys are 14 hours ahead of us. So what would that be tomorrow night? Like 11:30-ish your time, I guess, 11:30 a.m. or something. If I did my math right there. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So welcome to the Thunderdome tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, guys. So
incredible.
Get your cards ready. Let's have some fun tomorrow night. Well, guys, it's going to do it for us on this wonderful show tonight. We enjoyed coming out, just talking some modern news. We can't wait till next week tomorrow, when we get an opportunity to unveil each other's cards and see who wins this. And for those listening later on the radio, this is why you got to come out and join us on our Facebook and YouTube.
Great wrestling group, man. If you enjoy wrestling, it's one of the hottest things growing in here, man. We're going to grow this into a great community. And we just enjoy all you guys so much.
Yep, 100%. So if you're listening to this, you got to come out and join us. We got a great group of guys over here that just have a lot of fun each week talking wrestling. And shoot, we're doing multiple streams a week. Literally, we can do any of your flavors of life, of wrestling that you like. We can do it right here on the show. So if you guys aren't, checking it out live, you got to come out and join it with us. So great time tonight. Great time tonight to go on the fly. Absolutely. Rewind's going to open it on the air. Cool. Been a pleasure. Are you coming to Portland for your vacation, Richie?
Oh boy, I'm staying far away from Portland. I'm staying far away from any massage parlor, Rewind.
He's staying far clear of it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great rest of the night. Thanks for joining us. Can't wait to see you guys' cards tomorrow night. And for everybody listening on the radio, thank you so much for listening to the Retro Wrestling Revival. We'll see you guys again soon.